Very strong magnitude 5.9 earthquake and swarms. They're still going on. This happened just the past hour on Walker Lane Fault System. It shook San Francisco, the whole of Long Valley Caldera. We have a Walker Lane caldera just north of Mono Lake. I didn't even know that. I just found that out today. And this is the section that was shaken. I would venture to say it shook Oregon as well, all the way down to Los Angeles. People are still reporting. Over 15,000 reported that they felt the first initial shock of 5.9. The swarms are still ongoing and they're over 4 magnitude. This is the Little Walker Caldera, erupted about 9.5 million years ago, just north of Mono Lake. I didn't even know there was another caldera there, north of Long Valley Caldera, Mono Lake. Well, this is live and learn. You learn something every day. This is according to Volcano Hotspot. All these earthquakes have taken place within the hour. We're on the Walker Lane Fault System, and this is a 5.9, and all the rest took place, about 20 earthquakes. It's a swarm. And this is on the Walker Lane Fault System. And it's, of course, a subduction zone fault system where all the high threat volcanoes of California are. And we're going to see the shake maps of this. It shook the whole central area of California. We know how low-lying San Francisco is. A lot of liquefaction could be taking place there. Also, liquefaction took place there. Look at that. Look at this. All this is just now. The red is just this past hour. The blue is this past day. Let's remember that Hawaii has been struck as well by a 5.2 magnitude earthquake. This one here on the 5th, and this one here 2 days ago, yesterday basically. So that is quite a big earthquake in Hawaii. It shook the whole of the Hawaiian Islands, but let's look at this here. This is what we're looking at, and they're still going on. They're still going on. Let's go in, and I've just found out that it did shake, of course, Long Valley Caldera. This is it. Kindly support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. Mina here, the Mono Lake, all this is basically Long Valley Caldera. And we also have a caldera north of Long Valley, right there. And how did I find that? I found it right here from Volcano Hotspot. Little Walker Caldera blew up between 9.5 and 9.3 million years ago. Okay, this is just north of Long Valley Caldera. It's Little Walker Caldera on the Sierras. Now this is, I'm going to leave a link below for you for this, but you can see basically it's a subduction Walker Lane Fault System, Sierra Nevada and Basin and Range. Here are some faults that were Walker Lane. Walker Lake also, yes. This is where we had our earthquake today. Last Lake Tahoe. This is Mono Lake. Where is it? Mono Lake of the... This is the area of... That's Mono Lake. Whenever you see that lake, that's Long Valley Caldera. All this area is Long Valley Caldera. That's Walker Lake. Let's keep that in mind. We're going to see that in the other maps that we're going to see. Look at how low-lying San Francisco is. That's the bay. Okay. And of course, it's our subduction. Part of that, this is showing basically the Baja splitting of California, off the coast, off the west coast. There it is again, splitting off the west coast. It was once a part of the west coast. That's how it was millions of years ago. And this is the beginning. That's the San Andreas Fault, of course, Southern San Andreas Fault, Garlic Fault, GF. And going up, this is where we were today. Central Walker Lane Fault. That's where we had, it's just across from the San Francisco Bay. That's the San Andreas Fault Zone, Garlic Fault. Walker Lane Fault System is hundreds of faults put together. And that's where it hit today. Let's go up. Okay, that's it. Let's go to our map again. That's it right there. It's still going. They're still going on. And they're pretty big, these aftershocks. Okay, this is our map. We can pull out so you can see what has been shaken. And the intensity is that light blue all around. And you can see that intensity of the shake map has shaken the whole of Central California. Let's wait for the details. Okay. I would even say it even shook Los Angeles. I would even say it shook Oregon as well. Okay. Look at that. That's it. Of course, USGS stops the shaking right there, but these quakes are still ongoing. Now let's go to our aerial. Going back to our aerial. Okay, that's the San Andreas Fault. That's the Walker Lane Fault System. You can see all of this. Okay. Where is Yellowstone? That's Idaho. That lava flows Idaho. And this is Yellowstone. That's Yellowstone Lake right there. And there's Hebgen Lake. Okay. Going back to this. Well, we can look at, should we look at that a little bit? It's really far up, but anyway. Okay. Idaho. That's Idaho and Yellowstone. Okay. Let's go back down to our area. And that basically is Walker Lane. That's Mono Lake. And that's Mina, Nevada. All this is the Long Valley Caldera area. All of this. Okay, let's go to our shake map again. I want to show you the liquefaction. We're going to get into that a little bit more. That's Walker Lake right there. Let's go in. What am I doing? Okay. What am I doing? Why is it not? Okay. Let's go a little bit more. Okay. I want you to see what's going on here. That's Walker Lake. Walker Lake. Where's Walker Lake? Do we show Walker Lake? We just saw it before. Let's go to the bottom. I think it was Walker Lake. That's the Little Walker Caldera, north of Long Valley Caldera. Walker Lane Fault System. Where's our lake? Oh my goodness. There's Walker Lake. Okay, I'm sorry about that. That's Long Valley. That's Mono Lake. That whole thing, this is where it shook. This is our area, okay, of our earthquakes. Let's go back to this. That's Walker Lake. And you can see that by our topographic. Walker Lake. Okay, let's go back again. And this is Mono Lake down here. That's Mono Lake. Mono Lake in the middle of Long Valley Caldera. And now look at this thing here. Keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. And you'll see what that is. That is the liquefaction. Liquefaction. And that area is not snow here. This white stuff is landslide. Okay? Landslide. And do we have a lot of population density there? Hardly nothing. Well, we have, well, where the liquefaction is, I guess. Let's go. Yeah. And landslide. Yeah. And we have some people living there. Okay? Nobody's living on Mono Lake. I don't see. Okay. So now let's go to see how many people actually felt that one. Although they're still going on. As you can see, some of them turn blue. Let's go to the details of the who has reported to USGS that they have felt this earthquake. Over 15,000 people have reported. They're still reporting it. When I started to make this, it was about 12,000. So these reports are coming in because they're just now happening. They're just now still happening. Okay, let's go back to this and pull out so we can see Mono Lake and the Long Valley Caldera system. Okay. This is not a small earthquake, and the thing is that it's still continuing. Well, that's Hawaii. Okay. It's still continuing. So all of you there, please be very alert and careful. Those of you that have the Shake apps, I'm sure that you have been shaken in San Francisco, so you probably got your shake alert a couple of seconds before the area where you were standing has shaken, because you can see that is very low lying. There is the Bay Area right there. Let's see our liquefaction, if it's liquefaction. Last slide. Okay. It's not taking that in, it's just taking this part here. Okay. And as we said, there's not that many people living on that, but most of them, I would venture to say, are living around the suburbs of San Francisco or in the outskirts of the mountains. So all of you there, please be very careful, because 5.9 is almost a 6 magnitude, which is pretty big. 6 magnitude out of nowhere, coming out of nowhere. Okay. Smith Valley, which is, as we said, the surprise that we learned today. What did we learn today? I didn't even know that there was a caldera north of Long Valley Caldera, the Little Walker Caldera. The Little Walker Caldera. Okay, Sierra Little Walker Volcanic Center. So all these things are volcanic centers as well. What is this? Ebbets Pass Volcanic Center erupted 6 to 4.6 million years ago. Okay? Okay. So all this, the section above, north of Long Valley Caldera is where we are, definitely. Let's pull out. There's it. There's Long Valley Caldera. To the north of it is a caldera. This is all volcanic caldera, volcanic fields, obviously. And we have a caldera here that erupted about 9.5 million years ago. We have the volcanic area here and another volcanic center there, Ebbets and Hope Valley faults passing all over the place here. And that's what's moving now. So all of you there, please be very, very careful. These swarms have been going on for months in Mena, Nevada, which is, of course, that area is all Long Valley Caldera. Please, all of you there on the West Coast, be very careful. All of you in Hawaii, be very careful, please. And this is the central section of Walker Lane Fault System. As we know, San Andreas Fault takes 75% of the subduction zone pressure of the Pacific Plate under the North American Plate, and the Walker Lane Fault System takes up the other 25% of the pressure, and it contains all those high threat volcanoes. So this, I don't know what that means. I'm not a geologist, but that's a very big 5.9 out of nowhere. I just hope it doesn't give the pressure to other areas around here, because remember when we had the Salt Lake City 5.9 earthquake, we had a 5.7 a few days later in Idaho. That shook Yellowstone, and the geologist in charge of Yellowstone, Mike Poland, came out and said that it would only affect Yellowstone as far as the hydrothermal systems were concerned, like the geysers and things. So there we are. They're still ongoing. Please be very, very careful and alert. Have a little bag packed with your charged phones and your cards and some cash and water, and have your car full of gas just in case, and follow the instructions that people are telling you. Thank you for your support. Please leave your comments. Thank you.